everyone. I am Tariq Dunkley, a new grad nurse practitioner. Um, yeah, I'm so excited to have a YouTube channel. Like, I've never had one. I've always watched other people's channels, and I'm like, maybe I should share my experiences with people, and why not, So, yeah, a little bit about me. I am a Tampa, Florida native, born and raised Tampa, Florida. Went off to college at the greatest HBCU in the world. And then I went back to Tampa and worked at a hospital in the cardiac intensive care unit. I loved it, loved my coworkers, loved the experience, the doctors. It was amazing. And the nurse practitioners who I worked with, so they kind of gave me the motivation to go back to school. So I worked for 1 year and then I went back to school. So I've been a nurse for 3 years now. I graduated with my master's on May the 5th, 2018, and I recently took boards on May 31st, 2018, and I passed them. I wanted to share my experience about the whole process of preparing for boards and what I did and why I took them so soon after graduating, and which boards I took and why, and all that great stuff. So I'm going to get right into it. Graduate school for me was challenging in a sense of it was an emotional roller coaster. You're like, I'm a registered nurse, I make money. Why do I have to do this? It's stupid, But I got through it, thank God. And so our program required us to do Holier APEA. We had to do that in our last semester of graduate school, where we had to watch our videos and submit this certificate saying that we completed the videos. And then we had to take a predictor examination, an exit examination. You could not graduate until you scored above a 70% on that exit exam. So I took the exit exam and I passed it, and I was like, whoo, give me my degree. I was like, give it to me. So they gave me my degree, thank God, and I was exhausted from school, so I actually took 1 week off. So I graduated on May the 5th, and I did not look at anything related to school for one whole week. After that week was up, I was like, man, I gotta start studying. So I purchased a book. The first book I want to mention is the one that we were required to have for school, which was the APEA question book. This book was really good in regards to preparing for that predictor examination. I believe Holier believes that if you score in the 70 range, that means most likely you're gonna pass the exam. But this book right here is full of questions. You can go through the questions. So like you can have this sheet right here. This page has the questions on psychological disorders, right? Then on the next page, behind that page, right behind that page, it has the answers and the rationales. So I would do the answers and rationales. I didn't use this book too much. I took a predictor exam. They have predictor exams in the back of it, like a family nurse practitioner exam, as well as an adult gero exam in the back. And it's really resourceful if you just want to practice more questions. And also, during that time, I would go through and I would say, like this says cough. I would talk about a cough. I would talk about, assessment, your diagnosis, and like how do you treat. I would talk about COPD, for instance. COPD's on here. Talking about the gold standards, like a lot of information for no reason. But yeah, I did that big time. I did it a lot. But the Bible of being a nurse practitioner, grad, and trying to pass boards, the Bible is the LEAP book. This is the third edition. This was golden. I took the adult gerontology primary care nurse practitioner exam, and this book was everything in life. You hear me? Everything in life. So with this book, it comes with an app. So me, I am a book person as well as a computer person. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, book and computer. So like I like to read in a book and go outside and get sunlight and all that great stuff, vitamin D. I'm a vegetarian, FYI. So yeah, thought that was something that you guys needed to know. But anyway, so on my phone, you can see I went to an app called the Adult Gerontology. It's basically just like the book. It's exactly like the book. All the chapters in here are the same. You can look at practice questions. You can do custom quizzes. And then it goes through the system reviews. So if you hit on eyes, ears, nose, and throat, you can read the book via the app. And I used to go on the computer for the app. I never used the actual app on my phone. Then it also has just the questions, like I said. And anytime I answered questions, I did the rationales for both my right and wrong answers. At the end of this book, I want to say I scored like an 81% on the 620 questions or whatever. I think it's 680 questions that this book comes with. Via the app, it showed me that I scored at 81%. So I was like, okay, that makes me feel confident. Maybe. So I studied for 2.5 weeks, but I'm an extremist. So what I did was I would wake up every morning at 8 o'clock in the morning and go run. Come home, take a shower, and sit at the dining room table and study from about 10 till 11 at night. I know, I'm an extremist. But I can't with the whole studying for a whole month, 2 months. That's too much. Anyway, so that's what I did. I registered for the AANP exam, so that was all clinical based. So I did not do the ANCC because our program, they kept saying, we feel like we prepare you guys more so for the AANP exam rather than the ANCC. So I'm going to take heed to what they're saying. So I went ahead and took that exam, and I thank God I did because you know what? I am a nurse practitioner. That's the great part about it. Now I'm just waiting for them to actually send me my certificate. That's all. Like, they were saying they didn't receive my transcript, my final transcript, but we all know. My university sent it. So, yeah, we're just waiting on them to process it now. And they say that can take 3 to 4 weeks. So, yeah. But in other news, I have been searching for a job. I really don't know what I'm going to do just yet. I'm currently an adjunct instructor. I teach advanced med surg, the clinical class. So that's interesting. That's real interesting. I never thought I would be an instructor at such a young age. But, I mean, hey, it's fun. Why not? Like I said, I've only been a nurse for 3 years. But, live a little. But my suggestions for anybody who is studying for boards, purchase the Leak book. It's golden. It's wonderful. It has questions. You go through it and, you highlight and you just read and you're going to be great. You hear me? You guys, oh, and then the Leak book has these tips in it. Always exam tips and stuff. Pay attention to those things because you may see some of that stuff on your exam. I felt that there's no right or wrong way to prepare for the exam. I think you have to kind of figure out how you like to study. And once you figure out how you like to study, you will be fine. Those questions on the exam, there were no questions that I've ever seen before. Like people say, oh, there were questions on my exam just like in the book. Not for me. No, not at all. Some of the questions were hard. I was like, whoa. But what I will say is this book talks about how the first questions on the exam is always usually hard because that's like a test strategy or whatever. So I try not to phase it. I prayed to God and I was like, God, you got this. I'm going to let you handle it. And I passed. So yeah, let me hear what you guys have to say. And if you don't mind, go ahead and comment, like, subscribe. That's what people say on YouTube, right? Comment, like, subscribe. Signing out, new nurse practitioner.